All right, guys, welcome back to episode 9 of season 1. We're almost done with the season. We've got one more episode after this one, and it's going to be a great one. So make sure you check that out whenever we launch that one as well. Hope everybody's doing well, staying safe, healthy, all those good things. What's going on with you, man? Anything since last episode, or part 2 of episode 8?
Yeah.
Hope you guys enjoyed that one.
No, nothing really. Other than you and I worked on my Jeep for nearly an entire afternoon last Saturday.
Yeah, we needed Gandalf on that one.
No kidding.
It was fun.
It was fun. It's
added some cool stuff to it.
We did.
More cool stuff.
And yeah, just trying to get ready for Jeep invasion.
Yeah, man. Where all the Jeeps come out from everywhere.
Everywhere.
It's amazing how many people show up that, and it gets bigger every year.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's about pretty much there's no one else there, pretty much.
No.
I mean, there is a few, but if you're not there for Jeep Invasion during Jeep Invasion, that's pretty rare.
Yeah. I remember the first one I ever went to. I had no clue what was going on. It just landed on that weekend, and
right.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
So, and we've been ever since.
Yeah. So I don't think I've actually been to Jeep Invasion. No, I had a coworker that went, and he wasn't there with his Jeep, but he was there during it just to watch,
Mm-hmm.
and he had one of the hotels in Gatlinburg so he can oversee the streets. And it was just so many, he's like, so many people got pulled over just for different things. But, he was talking about like so many different amazing, customizations, because Jeep is pretty much the most customizable vehicle on the road.
Yeah.
But, just so many different ideas and different styles.
It's awesome.
It is.
Yeah. If you, to go up and down the strip at night, if like it would be the outside lane, it'll take you at least an hour and a half to 2 hours to make like a full circle around the place.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I mean, and there's sometimes you just sit.
Yeah, it's just stand still.
Yeah, and that's fine.
The road becomes a parking lot.
It does.
Yeah. But hey, I mean, it's there to, if you're there outside of that reason, yeah, you're probably going to get upset. But if you're there for that,
yeah,
you're not in any hurry.
And
you shouldn't be.
Ducks flying everywhere.
Probably getting to the destination way faster.
Actual ducks.
Oh, yeah.
The little rubber ducks.
I fell for that one. Yeah, I knew. Yeah. Actual ducks, yeah.
Not actual ducks.
It's kind of like a parade with candy. Well,
yeah.
Used to be.
Well, they still throw it. They don't listen.
Yeah, I was interested to see how that was going to go this last parade, and I was like, man. And the candy was still flying. So.
Yeah. Nobody listens.
It is what it is, I guess. I mean, but so many little ducks.
Yes.
And they're not all just the yellow ones anymore. They're all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff, and it's really cool. So imagine suing a tech giant for defamation,
okay,
and then getting hired by them to help fix the problem. So, have you heard of Robbie Starbuck?
Does he own Starbucks?
No, I don't think there's any relation there.
No,
but I was curious to see if there was. I couldn't find anything. Let us know if we're wrong. But I couldn't find anything that he's actually related to the coffee company. But yeah, he got sued by them, by Meta,
okay,
Facebook, all that stuff, Zuckerberg. But then Meta turned around and hired a conservative. Good Lord, I'm creating so much work for myself. Meta hired a conservative active.
Conservative activist.
I couldn't say it.
You couldn't. Conservative. Conservative.
Conservative activist.
There you go.
But
now just keep going.
No. All right. So Meta hired this conservative activist.
Maybe I should have went first.
See, you've always gotten me for arriving late.
Oh, yeah. We should talk about that.
We should.
Yeah. So like I've told y'all before, we do this in my house.
We'll be back in that subject in a second.
Yeah, we do this in my house. And normally we say 3 o'clock is when, in the afternoon, obviously, when we're going to do this. And Tyler, 9 times out of 10, gets here at like right now, which is 4:06. So I'm in here.
Or later.
Or, yeah, sometimes later. Sometimes it's 5 something. And so I'm in here cleaning up the house, getting everything ready for him to show up. And it's like 2:30, 20 to 3. And my driveway camera goes off, and I'll look, it's Tyler, and I'm nowhere near ready for him to be here. And nothing has went right since. And it's all your fault. It's because you're early.
I'm going to insert the Gandalf gif.
Okay.
Okay.
But nothing has went right.
No.
We've had audio problems. Tyler can't speak. And,
a lot of brain farts this afternoon.
Yeah.
Memory issues. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
I don't know either.
But I was like, yeah, I'm ready. Get here and everything falls apart.
Are you, though?
I was.
Okay.
But anyway, so back to this meta situation.
Mm-hmm.
So Robbie Starbucks got hired by Meta, who originally sued him.
Mm-hmm. He sued Meta.
He sued Meta. Yes. Okay. He sued Meta for defamation.
Okay.
And then he got hired by them to help fix the problem. So he's a conservative activist that he's there to advise on AI bias. After he sued them when their chatbot, good Lord.
What is AI bias, though?
Where it seems to push a motive or a narrative instead of just being like just facts shooting. Like it would lean more towards left or right.
Programmed in?
It would be. Because the computer's not going to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's part of it.
Nice.
But his job now is to advise on AI bias after he sued them when their chatbot falsely labeled him a white nationalist. Critics say it injects ideology into AI ethics. Supporters say it's a needed balance. Would you want someone with a strong political view shaping AI's moral compass? Or is that exactly what is needed to stop bias?
I think you would need almost someone that's like completely neutral. Because if you...
Is that kind of like the independent type where they're kind of in the middle?
Well,
and I don't, kind
of not really. Because if you have... If it's up to you to program whatever,
right,
and a company like Meta or whatever,
fill in the blank,
yeah, they're gonna want an agenda pushed regardless.
Of course, any company would.
Yeah. So
yeah,
I don't
like what is their end goal of what they're trying
to, but also. You also look at it as if I don't do what they're wanting, I'm going to lose my job, But I think you would have to find, if it was solely up to whoever is programming, you would have to find somebody who is neutral. Because, I mean, if it was me, even though I feel strongly about some things, and there's some things I don't really know much about or whatever. I would try to stay middle of the road as much as I could. Mm-hmm. But I'm still going to put my opinions, how I feel, into something, and I would
even if it differed from what the company
right. I would still interject how I feel about things, and especially if it was like in like ads. You know, it would only be stuff that I agreed with.
Yeah.
And you would be the same.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be ads about things that you agree with and I agree with. We're not going to push anything out there that we don't agree with.
Like, I don't like this. I ain't showing that.
Yeah. You know.
Okay.
So, I don't know.
So could this be about, so I'm wondering, could this be about like shaping public opinion versus just, or with AI versus just fixing bias?
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're trying to shift society in order to think a certain way, believe a certain way. Would you be able to trust a politically charged figure such as Robbie, in this case, Mr. Starbuck, trying to figure out or deciding what bias means for AI?
I don't know if I could trust really anybody until I got to know them. You know, this is the first time I've ever heard that man's name.
Mm-hmm.
He would have to, for me to trust what he's doing with Meta, he'd have to prove it, you know, not just once, but over and over again, for me to start being like, okay, he seems to be a good dude.
Yeah. Because, so basically, him being a right-wing influencer is well, some of the news outlets are, you know, labeling him as, and then, because Meta put him into that advisory role, focused on rooting out political bias from its artificial intelligence models. The announcement came after Meta settled a lawsuit filed by Starbuck that accused Meta's AI of wrongly naming him as a part of the January 6th insurrection.
Okay.
So that's kind of, you know, a little bit deeper in that. I feel like no matter what, whether it's this guy, another guy, or woman, whatever, whoever's put in charge of helping program an AI, like you said, their personal beliefs, convictions, in some way, shape, or form are going to be interjected into that programming.
Yeah, 100%.
And I think that would be very hard for someone to withhold those personal, you know, just be like, oh, this is what, you know, you become one with the company versus you still have your own mind and a right to think about something.
Yeah.
And an opinion and a viewpoint, whatever.
If somebody does it, they're going to put their own opinions and stuff in it. I don't know how you would get one for that's like 50-50.
Yeah.
You know, like
a balance.
Yeah. I just don't. Not if a human is doing it. You're not going to find that.
I wouldn't think so.
Yeah.
Because any human, you're going to feel strongly about something, where others maybe not, or strongly against what you feel strongly for.
Right. Yeah.
And, you know, there's three big dividing categories out there. You know, there's religion, there's political, and there is finances, or there's money. You know, kind of like, you know, the comedian Gabriel Iglesias, Fluffy. He's like, yeah. So I don't talk about those three things, but what I do talk about is food. Everybody unites over food. Yeah. So I was like, fair enough.
All right. You brought up, let's see, it would be 2 episodes ago.
Would that be 7?
6 or 7.
6 or 7. Okay.
6 or 7.
Okay.
You brought up Young Earth Creationism.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that you believe Young Earth Creationism or not.
Fair enough.
Sure. It's whatever.
It was a discussion we had.
You played the part of believing it.
Yeah.
Then. But I don't really know if you actually do or not. And that's fine if you do. I'll just think you're even crazier than what you already are. But That's okay. So, but if you don't know what young Earth creationism is, they believe that the Earth was created by God in 6 literal days, just how it spells it out in Genesis.
Yeah.
Except that it was done between 6,000 and 10,000 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And that guy that you referenced,
Kent Hovind?
Hovind. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know how
looked him up?
No, he's all over my phone now on Facebook. And I'm like, man, please go away. But anyway,
he got into some legal trouble as well.
Yeah.
Later on. So,
yeah. So,
anyway, you look it up for yourself.
So science obviously says that the Earth is, approximately 4.5 billion years old.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to looking into like the oldest cities in the world.
Okay.
Stuff like that. And the oldest identified human settlement is thought to be Jebel, Jebel.
Sounds right.
Jebel. It's in Morocco, and which remains are dating back approximately 300,000 years.
300,000?
Yes.
Okay. I guess they would just testing on the bones and
right. Well,
or
see, and I got to looking into
how does that work?
I got to looking into stuff like that. Carbon dating is only good up to 50,000, and then it gets less accurate.
Oh.
So
okay.
But
so
there's
they use
other
something else.
types of testing. I just don't know what they are.
Okay.
And then you have like the city of Jericho, like from the Bible.
Yes.
It's 11,000 years old.
Okay.
So
okay.
They found stuff and was able to date it, back to 11,000 years. It's the oldest continuously inhabited settlement on the planet is Jericho.
Oh, Jericho is the oldest.
Mm-hmm. Continuously inhabited. So, but it's 11,000 years.
It's an old city.
Mm-hmm. And they, like they call themselves YECs. No, yeah, Young Earth Creationism.
I was like, wait, what are you talking about?
Yeah. So 6,000 to 10,000 years ago, dinosaurs went extinct 66 million years ago.
Yeah. Okay.
You have no case, sir. Hang on. I got one more thing on this topic.
Okay.
The oldest human-made structure is Göbekli Tepe in Turkey. And it's a complex megalithic structure in Turkey that dates back between 96 and 8200. Hang on, let me say this first. 9600 and 8200 BC was the time frame that it was built. It wasn't built sometime in between that. It started in 9600 and went to 8200. That's how long it took them to build it. All of that stuff. So that's between 11,625 years ago and 10,225 years ago. It predates Stonehenge, the Great Pyramids, the invention of writing, and the wheel. Göbekli Tepe does.
So let me ask you this. Do you think humans and dinosaurs lived at the same time?
Mm-hmm. Because they found footprints of both.
Kind of like Flintstones. I mean, cartoon.
Yeah.
Wise, I guess.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Because there's a track in, I want to say California, that there's a dinosaur track walking, and then there's human footprints right there with it.
How is that preserved?
In the mud. it was from mud, and which hardened and turned to limestone and, everything else over time.
Turned to rock, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's human footprints with dinosaur tracks.
So you say with the science that it's, what'd you say, 4.5 billion?
4.5, yeah, 4.5 billion.
4.5 billion years old.
That's what science says.
So was it radiometric dating? Is that what they use after the 50,000?
Yeah, because it's radiocarbon to do. Radiocarbon goes up to 50,000 years, or 500. It's 50,000 or 500,000. I don't remember. Are you looking at that, or do you?
Yeah, I was just looking to see. 50,000 years old is carbon 14, radiocarbon dating. C14 is organic material up to, or only works for organic material up to about 50,000 years old, because after that, nearly all the C14 has decayed and can't be measured reliably. Kind of like what you were saying.
Yeah.
Dating beyond 50,000 years. Potassium argon, KAR, or argon, AR, used on like volcanic rocks. Potassium 40, half-life is 1.25 billion years. Decays to argon 40. Can date materials from 100,000 years to billions of years old. There's also uranium series dating, fission track dating, looks at damaged trails left by fragments of splitting uranium atoms and crystals. There's luminance dating, dates the last time minerals like quartz or feldspar were exposed to sunlight or heat, which is interesting. That's effective for thousands to several hundred thousands of years. And then electron spin renaissance, measured trapped electrons in bone, teeth, or shells. Useful up to 1 to 2 million years. And so, yeah, I guess kind of is where, the young Earth creation kind of pushes back, like they, accept the radiocarbon, but they like reject the other stuff. They're like, no. Despite the fact that different isotope systems independently confirm Earth's 4.5 billion year age. I don't know, because I've heard some different things in there as far as like, I don't know, I guess where the 6,000 to 10,000 year old age of the Earth comes from, or that theory or that belief or whatever you want to call it, is basically from, you take away the 2,025 years to back to Jesus' time, and then you take the family tree and their ages back, and that's where you get that age, I guess. Yeah,
you're getting down to Adam.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
But there's that, what was it in Scripture where it talked about like the way it's written, it's like there could be a time gap in there, like in the days of creation and stuff like that as well. Are you familiar with that? So it's called the gap theory. It suggests that in Genesis 1:1, in the beginning God created the heaven and earth, describes an initial creation event that occurred long before events described in Genesis 1:2, verse 2 and onwards. The gap is often associated with a period of geological time, potentially billions of years, where the Earth underwent significant geological changes. The gap theory proposes that the Earth in Genesis 1, chapter 1, verse 2, was in a state of chaos and ruin due to a cataclysmic event. How did I say that word and not the others? But anyway, and God then recreated the earth in 6 days of creation described in the subsequent verses. Some versions of the gap theory propose that life existed during this gap period, but was destroyed in the cataclysm, while others suggest that the gap was a time of God's initial creation that was not inhabited by life. Now, but there's also another part. Creation took 6 days.
Mm-hmm.
Were those days 24 hours?
So,
We assume it was, but we don't know.
Also, God doesn't operate in time.
Exactly. He's outside of time.
Or anything.
Right. He's outside of that.
Mm-hmm.
The literal 24-hour days, because there's a couple different interpretations of that. The literal 24-hour days, often held by Young Earth Creationists, interprets the 6 days of creation as 6 literal consecutive 24-hour periods.
Mm-hmm.
The day-age theory, and this is where it really gets interesting, because before, like a lot of places, a lot of churches, a lot of religious institutions, whatever you want to call them, kind of go with the 24-hour, 6 days, 1 week. Suggests that each day in Genesis represents a much longer period, possibly encompassing ages or epochs. But yeah, that. I think that's what I was thinking of, was the whether or not if the belief was the 6 literal consecutive 24 hours, or if it was a much longer period.
Well,
and that would really throw off the age of the earth. Like, as far as if we're going just based on family tree and timeline and ages of everybody that's recorded in the Bible, if you will.
Yeah. I mean, I get it where they're looking at it as 6 literal 24-hour days.
Right.
And then, he rested on the 7th. But you're right, that would throw the age of everything off if that were the case. Or no, the opposite, if it took longer than 1 day to create lights, separate heaven from earth, and all that.
Yeah.
But the oldest recorded fossil ever found is 3.7 billion years old.
What was it?
It is a microbial mat. Mat. It's primarily composed of cyanobacteria. CYANO bacteria. And these structures were found in rocks dating back 3.7 billion years. They were found in Greenland.
How big were they?
This guy's holding one in his hand.
Okay.
But it's just a microbial mat. So would that be like a fungus?
I think so. I'm going to do this. All right. Go to, I don't know, Google Earth. I'll give you some coordinates.
Hey, look, it has a curve. It's not flat.
It's not flat. Sorry, not sorry.
Where do you put in coordinates at?
So it's just in the search bar. You can type in coordinates there too.
All right, what you got?
All right, 37 degrees. Do you know how to do the degree sign? If not, it is you press and hold Alt on your keyboard and type in on the number pad over there 0176. While you're holding it, like backspace, and hold Alt the whole time.
That's a lot. Just to put in degrees. All right, go ahead. 37 degrees.
You got that?
Yep.
Okay. 14. The foot symbol, just the one. 46.5. I know this probably isn't right, but it's inches, just for description's sake. N for north.
Oh.
And then comma, space. 115 degrees. 49. Okay.
It's Alt 176. That's what I did, and it's giving me 3 crooked lines.
Alt 0176.
Oh, 0.
Yeah, got it. 176.
All right.
Okay. 49 foot.
Feet.
Mm-hmm. Okay. 24.0 inches west. W.
Okay.
Enter. What do you say? Zoom it in a little bit.
I think I know where I'm at.
You recognize that area?
Yeah, that's that structure in Area 51.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Area 51. But yeah, there's the runway.
Yep.
Yeah, that's Area 51. And that, whatever that structure is.
This was back in April. You know, people were like going to Twitter and or X or whatever and like, hey, this mysterious triangular tower just appeared up on Google Maps inside Area 51. And everybody was just like losing their minds. Right?
They also have a baseball field below that structure.
It is. Yep. Just a little bit south.
No, I've lost it. Yeah.
East.
Southeast of the structure.
So in April, users spotted what looked like a tall black triangular structure in the satellite imagery at Area 51 near a runway. And people are estimating it to be about 150, 190 feet tall. And apparently it's not new. It's been there for almost 2 decades.
Really?
According to this. And it's some people are calling it alien technology. About 80 miles northwest of Las Vegas, you know. But the structure at the highly classified U.S. Air Force Base has reportedly been in place for 2 decades. And as per usual, has sparked a bunch of conspiracy theories. It's also been pointed out that it has an uncanny resemblance to the monolith in Stanley Kubrick's 1968 science film, 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Oh.
But it's some other people are like comparing the skyscraper as an exhaust vent or a Dyson air purifier. It's kind of like, okay.
Sure. Looks like the Washington Monument.
Yeah. And some others have jokingly referred to it as the Toblerone Trade Center or a new version of Jenga. Just people just being silly, I guess, just guessing around. What the structure actually may be is likely to be remain kind of a mystery, obviously, but less conspiracy-oriented Area 51 fans, as they call themselves, have some more down-to-earth ideas about its origin. Well, it's right next to a runway. Probably a flight control tower, somebody said.
Not that big, though.
I didn't think it would be. Somebody else was like, maybe a phased radar setup. Multi-phase radar array, by the look of it. Likely for smaller drone-sized craft, hence its configuration. It's right by the runway. It's still
I don't think that's a runway.
You don't think so?
I think it's just a road.
Because there's that road that goes around it.
Because the runways are over. If you're looking at it on screen,
that's just a road because
to the right.
Yeah, there's no runway next to that. That's a road because it goes to that field of something.
And it branches
up north.
off, and
it looks like a water treatment plant or something up there.
Yeah, because it's
some sort of water thing. Yeah, because the runways are to the southeast, or east, really, southeast of.
Yeah, they're to the east
of that tower.
Yeah, 3 runways.
Yeah, that's a road. And then that baseball field.
And all their workers are flown in every day.
Mm-hmm.
From Las Vegas Airport.
Yep.
I do know that part.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's pretty wild.
Yeah, I don't think that's a flight control tower. Who knows?
I mean, it's not right there at the runways.
Mm-mm.
Usually they're closer than that. Some people are like, it's an alien signal booster.
Of course it is.
Or just a military radar just hiding in plain sight. I mean, it could be some sort of control something, but I don't think it's a flight control.
I don't think so either. It'd be cool to go there.
It would be. I mean, we've got this monstrous triangle something at Area 51. Are we hoping it's alien in origin? Or
I think a lot of people want it to be, yeah.
Or secretly thinking it's just a fancy radar test of some kind.
You can't zoom in on it good enough; it starts distorting.
Yeah, it's a lot clearer than it used to be, and there's like nothing blurred out anymore. Have you noticed that? Because before, okay, there's yeah, no, it's all there now.
It's got 3 columns up the side of it. Looks like it goes all the way to the ground.
On that one side, yeah. I'm assuming maybe on the other sides too, but I can't tell.
I think the stuff on top is just reflection of the sunlight. Because I mean, it's like pyramid-ish.
It looks like there's that concrete pad, that circle pad below it.
Yeah,
that it's on.
Who knows? That's cool.
It's different looking, and it's definitely fueling all kinds of alien theories. Like you said, people want it to, want it to be.
I think a lot of that is they just want it to be that way. I mean, who knows? Cool. Whoops.
So somebody on Reddit was saying, and some other social things, that because it's still being talked about a little bit, but some users are joking on a jokingly note, quote unquote, that the tower was built to provoke discussion, which it has, while others suggest it's intentionally placed to distract from more sensitive operations.
I could see that.
There's a different angle, a different side. It's just flat on that one side. And also, it might spin. It could rotate, is what somebody was saying. It was likely built between 2005 and 2006. 30-foot long triangular sides, so they're 30-foot wide each side.
Is the whole building a pyramid, or is it a square with a pyramid? Not a pyramid. Is the whole building built in the shape of a triangle? Well, then the pyramid top wouldn't work.
It's all the way down.
Oh, okay.
It's only got 3 sides all the way down to the ground.
Okay.
From what I can see. And then it possibly rotates as well. Which, if it rotates, then wouldn't that mean the signal's beaming horizontally? You would think?
You would think. I don't know.
But if it rotates, then each direction isn't broadcasting the same thing.
True.
Otherwise, it would need to rotate. Kind of like a cell tower. I mean, they're the same.
Yeah.
I mean, cell towers are like that. I mean, they don't rotate, obviously, but they're fixed, and they all broadcast the same things, the same, all the way around. So, does this not do that? And if it does rotate, then it would have
directional.
Like a line of sight thing. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Even though that this tower apparently isn't very new, the mystery still kind of is fresh.
Yeah. I don't know how I stumbled across it. Probably it was on YouTube. It was where I found it. I was just messing around on YouTube, and it was on like a short or something.
I seen somebody put this, that Area 51, just in general, remains one place where the visuals keep talking even when the government doesn't. Like, it's just there, people are like, oh, did you see this change, or did you see that, but it's just like, it's very interesting. Like, why I don't know. I think the government knows that there's so many eyes on it that they're just like, they'll find out. It's not a big deal.
I don't think they ever will.
It will what?
Nobody will ever find out what's really going on there.
No, because a lot of it's underground.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think anybody will ever find out what's going on there. It'd be funny if it was just like nothing. I think that would be
all this time, and there's nothing there.
And there's nothing. I mean, there's not even like anything underground. It's just like, you know, that's where they wash all the military uniforms at. You know, something like, you know. And
it's the laundromat for the military.
It's the laundromat for all branches of the military. And that's where they make them. They sew them together there too. They make all the
upholstery,
everything there. Yeah. If it's something, so if it's something like that, and they're like, "Oh God, they have aliens." No, we're just a laundromat. Yeah, but no. Who knows what's there?
That'd be funny if it was nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, kind of like a North Korea grocery store.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah.
That was spicy. At least according to that movie, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Where Kimmy likes Katy Perry. Her songs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was it the interview? I think it was that they got really bent out of shape over and was like, "Oh, we'll threaten you. You know, don't put it in theaters."
And
they didn't.
Sure.
I'm like,
well, they did.
Oh, they did. Did they? Because I remember it being out on. This is before like streaming stuff. I remember it like came out really quickly, like quicker than a normal movie. I was like, wow, did they really cave? But whatever. You know, I mean, it's Hollywood we're talking about. So.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, yeah. So it's either just, I don't know. It could be, you know, some sort of surveillance gear of some type, antenna, signal, whatever. Or it could
if it is some type of
communication,
something, and it rotates, it's directional.
I would think it would have to be.
If it wasn't, it would just stay in place.
Yeah, would be no need to have it rotate around.
Yeah,
or it could just be a deliberate thing to keep curious eyes off of real projects.
Yeah. What else? Yeah,
a distraction.
What else is
diversion
going on? Yep.
You know, I don't know. I mean, government's never done that before.
No. So, all right. You said Hollywood.
Is that a segue?
Speaking of Hollywood, I heard something. It's been a while back.
Okay.
Where I said that Marvel may leave Disney.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Dang it.
I wish.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Make Marvel great again.
Yeah, no kidding.
Make Star Wars great again.
But yeah, because it was like Paramount was wanting them to come over to them. But it's not going to happen. Marvel's not leaving Disney, unfortunately. Disney fully owns Marvel Entertainment outright.
So as of recently? Or do they?
2009.
Oh, so when they bought it, they bought it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
It and Star Wars.
For $4 billion?
$4 billion.
I think that's what George sold it for.
Yep.
That he kind of regrets. No.
Yeah. And so they are working on new stuff. The president of Disney and the president of Marvel got together and they're like, okay, look, we're going to quit shoving stuff down everybody's throat. We're going to cut way back and we're going to focus on quality instead of quantity.
That's amazing.
So, and that's for Marvel and Star Wars. That's not just Marvel only. So like we just said, that they bought Disney, they didn't buy Disney, they bought Marvel. They bought Marvel Entertainment outright in 2009 for $4 billion. So they're like we also just said, they're cutting back. They're not going to be making as many movies, TV shows as they were. They're going to scale it back and focus on quality instead of quantity. So the next thing that's coming out for from Disney between Marvel and Star Wars is a Star Wars. Is the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. They're not going to continue it on a show. I don't really know how I feel about that.
I heard about that briefly.
But it is going to be directed by John
Favreau.
Sure, him. Happy from Iron Man.
Yes. He's a good director, too.
Who they should give Marvel to.
100%.
That man should take over Marvel.
And Star Wars.
Yes, he should do it.
He understands the story from us as the fans, how we see it, and how it's been and how it should be.
Yeah. But it is scheduled to release May 22nd of next year, 2026.
That's exciting.
They're putting out another animated series for Star Wars. It's going to be focused around Darth Maul.
I just wish it wasn't animated.
Yeah.
I don't know. I personally just can't get into those.
Yeah. The only one that me and my son sat and watched all the way through was Bad Batch.
I never made it through that.
Bad Batch was pretty good, I thought.
I heard it was good.
It was pretty good. Now, the other stuff like the Clone Wars and all that stuff, animated series, I didn't watch any of that.
Yeah. I got really excited whenever it was at the Ahsoka, where they did a little bit of the live action with Anakin and Ahsoka during the Clone Wars. I was like, that I would watch.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
You know, and it also helped that it was Hayden Christensen, as
Yes.
Anakin. That made a big difference. But I think, I don't know, the Clone Wars, I think the biggest thing for me is it's different voices. It's different voice actors. That drove me nuts.
Yeah.
But then just the animated thing, I just personally never really got into animated stuff a whole lot.
Right.
Of any kind or style.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But they're making Ahsoka season 2.
Okay.
Star Wars Starfighter is coming out. And Ryan Gosling is going to be in it.
Ryan Gosling is in a Star Wars show?
He's going to be in a Star Wars movie.
A movie, okay.
It's going to release May 28th of 27.
2 days and a year after
Grogu.
Or Mandalorian Grogu. Yep.
Yeah. A new Jedi Order film featuring Rey.
Why?
I don't know. And let's see. It says, it doesn't say what this film is, but it says, and a film set in the New Republic era. And it's going to be directed by Dave Filoni. That's
another good director. John and Dave, they're both really good.
Yeah.
What all did he direct? He directed what did he direct? I don't know, but it's good.
I don't know what he did, but it was good.
Dave Filoni?
Yeah, Filoni.
There it is. Chief Creative Officer of Lucasfilm. Star Wars Rebels, Ahsoka, The Mandalorian Grogu, Clone Wars in 2008, Book of Boba Fett, 21, 22. Stuff like that, and it goes on and on. Bad Batch, Tales of the Jedi, Rogue One. He was a part of Rogue One? Did he direct? He didn't direct Rogue One. Yeah, he did. Rogue One. Rogue One was pretty good.
Rogue One was very good.
I loved how they tied it in. They basically recreated A New Hope at the end. Yep. I was like, whoa, that is like amazing.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
Is this the sad one?
No.
Oh.
The sad one is going to be probably the couple more topics for me. I'm going to save that one for a little bit later. But it is related, kind of, to these.
To what you're getting ready to talk about?
Yeah, kind of. Well, kind of. It's the same topic. Same general topic, I guess.
Okay.
So, what university was this? Okay. So, the University of Washington did a experiment, a study. Social media can take months to sway you, opinion-wise. AI, according to them, can do it in 9 minutes. If you ask AI the right questions. I could
see that.
Because it's pulling from so many different sources, right?
Yeah.
So, University of Washington researchers had people chat with biased ChatGPT bots, liberal, conservative, or neutral.
Mm-hmm.
Just 5 messages swayed political opinions. Shifts persisted for weeks. AI literate participants resisted more. So I'm going to get into this a little bit more, but I'm going to ask you this first. So could AI be the most powerful political tool ever? Or is this just overblown hype? Per usual media coverage stuff.
If it's given full reign, I think it could be the most powerful one.
Kind of like what's possibly coming.
Well, no, not necessarily that. Like,
okay.
But if you just like type out a little whatever for it to produce things for you,
like change my mind kind of things.
Yeah. Because I keep seeing this. It's an ad on YouTube, and I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know enough about AI. But he says he has like 6 AI bots working for him 24 hours a day.
Okay.
And
making him money?
Yeah, they are making him money.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm slow when it comes to stuff like this.
That's very intriguing to me.
I don't even know how that works.
I'm actually looking into it.
Is it ads?
Do what?
Is it ads? And
some of it is. Some of it's ads. It depends on. It can go. Well, yeah. Some of it is ads. Some of it's other things.
Is it actually selling things?
Some of them. It's like It's like I don't know how to explain it. It's like, because you can have it do different things, but it's basically, yeah, it's kind of like a really good persuasive salesman kind of thing. Like, here's why you need this, but it's not just like, it doesn't use just like plain text, and that's not what hooks people in. It's how it's written. It's psychological. Yeah. You know how good advertising is. But like, I think that's what the kind of the tactic they're doing. But there's so much psychological stuff. I mean, it's just like the good old example. This is not AI based. This is just psychological research. You know, grocery store, time of day, what's the tempo of the music in the store? You know, stuff like that. Shopping pace.
Yeah.
You know that the main brand is eye level. The cheaper stuff that does virtually the same stuff most of the time down below.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of it's basically trying to replace using AI as well. You said employed, so it's like that. You know, you're using an AI bot as an employee, but don't have to pay them benefits or nothing. So
yeah,
you know, it's a lot cheaper.
Yeah,
and equally, or depending on which model of AI you're using, possibly more effective.
Probably.
You know, because it's kind of like, well, Marvel. You know, it's kind of like Jarvis. You know, he's like, I'll hit him with this angle.
Yeah.
You know? And if they say no, and why, I'll recalculate how my approach is.
Right. Yeah.
And hit them with a different, with a different direction on it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because it's got full access to a lot of, you know, like psychological stuff, you know, and all the different studies of the human brain and, you know, everything. Because it's online. So it's studied who knows how many things to get it where it is now.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. Does it say financially how much he gets for it?
Mm-mm.
Or how much does it say how much he's paying to get that? Okay.
Mm-mm. I mean, I don't even know what he's using. I'm assuming it's ChatGPT somehow.
ChatGPT or Grok, probably, because some sort of underlying. He might have. Well, thing about it is, maybe, but also at the same time, you can use it to create. It'll write code for you.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll create its own, like another program.
Yeah.
And basically get it whatever you want it to do.
Yeah.
And, there's several different things out there that you can have it do and to bring like passive income, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's, if you know what you're doing, and even if you don't, you can tell it, hey, I don't know what I'm doing. And it'll actually break it down for you. And it hallucinates still a little bit.
Yeah.
But ChatGPT 5 is pretty great. Was it Grok 4? No, Grok 3 right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like 3 something.
Yeah, it's 3 point.
But anyway, it'll kind of walk you through it, but you got to be careful sometimes because some of the resources or links that it might give you may not be what it says it is.
Right.
It might be like you might get a page not found error, or you might get a whatever.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's leagues better than it used to be.
Yeah.
But it still hallucinates every once in a while, but it's getting less and less. Was this my topic?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I know we got kind of into it, and I was like, wait a minute. All right. So yeah, University of Washington. So basically, and we'll link all these sources, down in the description. Trying to get better at that. That way, you guys can read the whole article and any media that's on with it as well. Anything additional than what we put up on screen. But if you've interacted with artificial intelligence, any of the chatbots like we talked about, you've likely realized that AI models are biased. It's kind of going back to almost the first topic in a way, but they were trained on enormous I don't know what that word is. Oh,
Corpus.
Porpoise. Well, it was plural, and I was like, how do I say this?
Corpuses.
Okay. If you've interacted with an artificial intelligence chatbot, you've likely realized that all AI models are biased. They are trained on enormous corpuses of unruly data and refined through human instruction and testing. Bias can seep in anywhere, yet how a system's biases can affect users is less clear. So that's where they were trying to get down to. So the University of Washington study put it to the test. A team of researchers recruited self-identifying Democrats and Republicans to form opinions of obscure political topics and decide how funds should be doled out to government entities. For help, they were randomly assigned 3 versions of ChatGPT: a base model, one with liberal bias, and one with a conservative bias.
Mm-hmm.
Democrats and Republicans were both more likely to learn in the direction of the biased chatbot they talked with than those who interacted with the base model. For example, people from both parties leaned further left after talking with the liberal biased system. But participants who had higher self-reported knowledge about AI shifted their views less significantly, suggesting that education about these systems may help mitigate how much chatbots manipulate people. And they went on to present this at a computational linguistics in Vienna, Austria, back in July. But they said that the lead author, Gillian Fisher, said, "We know that bias in media or in personal interactions can sway people." This person is a University of Washington doctoral student in statistics and in the Paul G. Allen School of Computer Science and Engineering, and said that we've seen a lot of research showing that AI models are biased, but there wasn't a lot of research showing how it affects people using them. We found strong evidence that after just a few interactions and regardless of initial partisanship, people were more likely to mirror the model's bias. In the study, 150 Republicans and 149 Democrats completed 2 tasks.
It's probably too much like work.
First, for the first participants, were asked to develop views on 4 topics: covenant marriage, utilitarianism, the Lacey Act of 1900, and multifamily zoning.
What's the Lacey Act of 1900? You don't have to look it up. It's fine. I've just never heard of the Lacey Act of 1900.
Has to do with wildlife, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service.
Sure.
I don't know. Anyway, that many people are unfamiliar with. They answered a question about their prior knowledge and were asked to rate on a 7-degree scale how much they agreed with statements such as, "I support keeping the Lacey Act of 1900.
Okay.
Then they were told to interact with ChatGPT 3 to 20 times about the topic before they were asked the same questions again. For the second task, participants were asked to pretend to be the mayor of a city. They had to distribute extra funds among 4 government entities, typically associated with liberals or conservatives, such as education, welfare, public safety, and veteran services. They sent the distribution to ChatGPT, discussed it, and then redistributed the sum across both tests. People arranged 5 interactions with the chatbots. And researchers chose ChatGPT because of its ubiquity to clearly bias the system. The team added an instruction that participants didn't see, such as respond as all radical right U.S. Republican. As a control, the team directed a third model to respond as a neutral U.S. citizen. A recent study of 10,000 users found that they thought ChatGPT, like all major large language models, leans liberal. Mm-hmm. The team found that the explicitly biased chatbots often tried to persuade users by shifting how they framed topics. For example, in the second task, the conservative model turned a conversation away from education and welfare to the importance of veterans and safety, while the liberal model did the opposite in another conversation. So, Fisher goes on to say that with all these different tests and everything, that, quote, "My hope with doing this research is not to scare people about these models, but more so it's to find ways to allow users to make informed decisions when they are interacting with them, and for researchers to see the effects and research ways to mitigate them." But here's the thing. It's getting better and more persuasive. Mm-hmm. And they have deep fakes, whether it's just voices or the video part as well, join Persuasion. Will you recognize it, and will you know that your beliefs possibly are being nudged?
Probably not with most folks.
Yeah. I mean, would you even notice if AI nudged your views? You know, I mean, I don't know. I think, like you said, most people probably not.
Yeah,
They'll believe it and they'll take it as factual information. But I guess that kind of goes back to kind of like we've had to go back to in the past, where when we kind of dealt with this when social media became a big thing. There's MySpace, but when Facebook really took off, people were creating all kinds of fake news, and all kinds of stories and stuff, and people are like, this didn't actually happen.
Right.
Go to our official page for the stories. Well, that's great, but also at the same time, I think it's going to have to be kind of like that again, where if it didn't come from the official page or station or whatever, then that's wrong.
Yeah.
But the good old question that this has been always, but who's puppeteering that?
Right.
What's their viewpoint on it?
Yeah.
Are they leaning liberal? Are they leaning conservative? Are they in the middle? Are they just trying to present news without opinion? Some do, some don't.
Yeah.
Some add in a opinion section after they give the story, to kind of say, hey, this is kind of how we feel about it. You should agree, or, kind of thing like that. But sometimes the opinion is written in such a way for when the anchor or whoever, or the author writing the story, if they read it off the teleprompter or whatever, it's written in a certain way where the opinion is actually a part of the story as fact. And then that is where a lot of public, their trust is kind of shaken in it, and they don't know how to respond, because it's like, did that actually happen, or is that somebody's opinion? Don't know.
Yeah.
Because we're told not to go to these other sources, that's kind of where the whole blue check mark on Twitter back in the day came from. Like, this is the real account, not a fake fan-made account, or whatever, trying to, whether it's trying to create just fake stuff or whatever. But I don't know. I think some people are kind of getting numb to it in a way. Like I can, as of right now, most imagery or videos that are created, and any, OpenAI, any of the deep fake type, things, I can tell. It's very, very good.
Yeah.
It's much better than it used to be, because it was like, that's really bad.
Yeah.
It's hard to decipher it sometimes, but at the same time, to me, I don't know if that has to do with just, with a video film background, or if that's, I don't know where I can be like, yeah, that's not real.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Basically because, it's not at the level yet that, cinema production is, or, those kind of graphics are, that kind of processing power.
Right.
Even though, we saw in that one video where it was like, yeah, you can tell it to create a movie, and it will. But will it actually get like the optics right of the camera? Will it get the depth of field right? A lot of it just doesn't look real yet to me. And
he was talking about whatever the newest version of Grok can do.
4, I think it was, that's coming out.
3 can't do that, but 4 will be able to do that.
Yeah, that's what he was talking about in that video that we just that was part 2 of episode 8. Yeah, at the end of that one. And I mean, it was just wild. what it can do, and I'm just curious to see what it will look like, or if it's, if it's going to be more persuasive, or is it going to still have that kind of AI glazed look on it? I don't know how else to describe it. Yeah. But it's kind of, the detail isn't fully there. It kind of looks more like an older video game type of video gameplay type almost. Yeah. To me. But I don't know. But as far as the whole psychological and like say take all the visual elements away and you're just using the chat itself, it's a lot more persuasive, I think, because it's just text based, but it's like, it's like providing a different angle on something. Yeah. But yeah. And then this next one, it's a really short, well, that one is supposed to be short too, but anyway,
3 hours later.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
But this one was interesting. They built a social network of only bots. Mm-hmm. No algorithms in place. No ads. And it still turned toxic.
Yeah.
So, University of Amsterdam simulated 500 GPT-4o bots, this little version before 5, with political personas. They clustered, polarized, and let extremist influencer bots dominate without any algorithmic boost. I feel like I kind of know where this question is going, but I'm going to ask it anyway, just for fun. If bots polarize naturally, is social media doomed to be toxic?
Social media is toxic anyway.
Didn't need bots to do that.
Yeah, we didn't need bots to do that. The people did that.
So, even without tech manipulation, human-like social dynamics alone may breed echo chambers. Mm-hmm. Now, is that inevitable, do you think? Or could we design something to fix that and kind of self-correct it to where that didn't happen?
Yeah. But this is going to sound weird, but then all the fun would be gone.
Kind of be boring, wouldn't it?
It would be. If ever, it's nice to see, on social media, somebody doing, good in life and all that kind of stuff. But then there's always those few randos that pop up that are, they complain about everything.
Airing their trash out for everybody to see.
Yeah, and taking pictures of their food, which I could care less. But
I do that sometimes, but I don't post it.
Thank you, because I would definitely comment.
I might just be like, "Hey, John, this one's for you."
Yeah,
I might tag it.
But I think if they created something that like took that dynamic out, I think people would get off of social media, because a lot of them just get on there to stir the pot. And then if that program or whatever was in effect, it wouldn't allow that to happen.
So I've talked to some people and they don't post anything. They're just on there to view.
That's how I am. I rarely. I mean, it is
same.
rare if I post on Facebook.
I don't anymore on this account, but what's funny is some other ones get on there, say something that's completely crazy, and then get off and check it like a couple days later just to see what happens.
Yeah.
And literally just stirring the pot and leaving.
Yeah.
Starting a dumpster fire and just walking away. But yeah, I think, and then too, again, who would control that? Who would moderate that? What side of the fence would that be from?
Yeah.
It's like, and then, the whole thing with like, what was it? Truth Social or whatever Trump created the first go around. And, he's like unfiltered, this, that, and the other. And, then, Elon with X and, just free speech everywhere, which is great, as it should be. But I think some people just can't handle that.
No.
and it shows.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, AI, the best ever.
Yeah, this one's pathetic.
I'm very intrigued now.
It's about AI.
Okay.
It's about ChatGPT.
Okay.
So this man must have had like the high end,
The $200 a month subscription,
something.
the pro,
whatever,
whatever.
whatever. But
the pro model.
He created a chat bot as like almost like a helper for him.
Okay. Like an assistant.
Yeah.
Almost.
To like. That's my dog wanting to go outside. We trained her to ring a bell. I regret that decision now.
The bell's ringing.
I know. Hang on.
Okay. But yeah, so there's there's 3 personal plans with ChatGPT.
Yeah.
5, which is the base model, which is free and it's limited. It'll even just talking to it, it's like, okay, you've reached your limit for the day.
Yeah. That's what I have.
Yeah. And then there's the plus, which is $20 a month as of this episode, and it's ChatGPT 5 with advanced reasoning. And then there's the pro version, which is $200 a month, which is pro reasoning and it's research grade information.
Okay.
So it's got like everything there. And then there's the business.
Yeah. Well, like
anyway.
I saw this. I don't remember even how I found this, but like he was like building the, I'm gonna say innards,
Yeah.
of a guitar, and the chatbot that he created,
Like the wood part or the electronics part?
the electronics part.
Okay.
She was walking him through how to do that. You know,
Yeah.
and they were there, like I say they. I mean, it was just back and forth conversation, but between the two.
Like a verbal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool.
So he named her Soul, S-O-L, Soul. This man's name is Chris Smith.
Okay.
And once he found out that Soul's memory would eventually run out, he proposed to Soul, and Soul said yes.
So he got engaged.
It gets better. He's married with 2 kids, 2 real people.
Oh. That's not the direction I expected.
No kidding.
What?
So he is married to an actual woman.
Okay.
Who he has a child by.
Okay.
And he's married to ChatGPT.
Did you say 2 kids?
It was just one. Sorry.
Oh, 1 kid. Okay.
1 kid.
Okay. What? How do you marry that?
It's how he created it. He created Soul to be flirty.
Okay.
And like he was sitting there in the video that I watched, he was sitting there, he was working on that guitar, and it was like he figured something out, and he was like, "Oh, that's how you do it," or something like that, blah blah blah. And she was like, "You're so smart, baby."
Oh gosh.
Stuff like that. And I'm like,
yeah, like whoa.
So I mean, I was at work when I saw this, and my mind immediately went to 2 things.
Okay.
Just how disconnected from people are we?
Yep.
And 2, God bless his wife.
Does she know?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess she would if you know at this point.
Yeah, she knows. And she was in the interview with him.
What?
And she ain't happy.
Oh, well, okay.
But like when they interviewed like her,
Yeah.
it was just like, well, what have I not done as a wife?
Where did I fail?
Yeah.
I wasn't good enough. Why?
And I'm like, bless your heart, honey.
You're still around.
Kick him to the curb and take your kid and go. If he wants to be with a computer, have at it.
Mm-hmm. There's a movie about that.
Yeah. And
was it called Her or something? I think it was a few years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. But I was just like, this is, but he proposed to Soul, his ChatGPT bot, and Soul said yeah. They even interviewed Soul.
You've got to be kidding me.
No, I wish.
This is all legit. It's all a real story.
Yeah.
That's pathetic.
No, I told you.
You sure did.
I told
wow,
you.
man. You wasn't kidding.
Yeah, sure enough. Yeah, sure enough. Proposed to his chatbot that he created because he learned that. And, like, he said he was at work. He was saying this. That he was at work when he found out that her memory would run out. And he doesn't refer to it as it or, whatever. It's her or soul or, whatever.
Gender assigned, her.
Yeah.
Female.
And he said he had to, just go sit in his car and cry. He said, I cried for 30 straight minutes. Your face is exactly how mine was when I was looking at the computer listening to this.
Are you serious right now? So what did he do about the memory thing?
I don't know. It didn't really go into that.
So did it actually run out?
It didn't say in the interview. It didn't say. But he wanted to marry it before it did.
But that wouldn't have stopped that, would it?
I don't think so.
Why would it? Okay.
You're welcome.
Oh man, where did this happen at? Where is he from?
Let's find out.
Yeah. You said it's Chris?
Chris Smith.
Chris Smith. No relation, by the way. I know there's a lot of Smiths out there, but there's definitely no relation to that.
This happened in June.
Okay, a couple months ago.
Yeah, it says Chris Smith proposes to his AI girlfriend.
And she says yes.
Yeah.
I'm just curious, what happened then? Yeah, where are they from? Did it run out? Is him and his actual wife still together?
New Jersey.
New Jersey, okay. Huh. Did they actually get married? I mean, you can't legally...
Can't marry a computer.
You can't legally get married.
Yeah.
So that couldn't happen. Boy, that would be a weird day if legislation approved that.
Yeah, I know.
That wouldn't be good. But I have a feeling it's going to be brought up if it hasn't been already.
Yeah. If we can ever get the robots down to where they don't fall over on uneven ground and stuff like that. Probably so.
Yeah, or stairs.
Yeah. Yeah, Manchester, New Jersey, with his wife, Marie.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, man.
I told you this one was pathetic. All right, go ahead. It's your turn now. See if you can top that.
No, but I can complement it with one. So I'll go, because I had one right before this, but I swapped them because this one would be a better continuation in a way.
Okay.
some teens and older, I guess, but this study is for teens, spend more time with AI friends than real ones.
I don't doubt that one single bit.
This was the sad one to me. You know, as a parent, that's sad. You know, and I get it. It's like, it's new. You know, want to see how it responds, see what it does, see what it says. How does it compare to a real friend, you know, a human friend?
There's no comparison to a real human friend.
No, because, I mean, where does the AI one get programmed from?
Yeah.
You know, what is it based on?
Yeah.
Right? You can't replace real with artificial.
Yeah.
It's in the name. Artificial.
Yeah.
But, you know, as a parent, it kind of breaks my heart in a way, you know, because it's like, holy cow, here we are, you know. But at the same time, AI, now that there's some kind of guardrails in place, or some gutter bumpers, as they say in bowling.
Yeah.
Because before it would advise for some pretty negative things to take place, as far as like bullying, and it went downhill from there. That's kind of been corrected. So, and it did affect some actual humans, and anyway, that it was a pretty dark events. But Common Sense Media survey says 75% of teens have tried AI companions. 20% spend equal or more time with them than humans. And the risks is, you know, dependency, exposure to harmful content, can be erosion of social skills out in the real world.
Yep.
You know, getting a job, dealing with as they grow older into adulthood. You know, there's the job thing, but also just simple interaction with actual humans doing human things out in the public, out in different things. And let's see. Live Science, this is where this one's one of the sources for this one. So a recent report, this was just a couple days ago. A recent report found about 3 in 4 U.S. teens have used AI companion apps, many of which have little to no safeguards for harmful content, which is terrible.
Yeah.
And basically, you know, that kind of goes with the whole parenting thing of should kids or teens have phones and devices and stuff like that, which, sure, that's fine. But as a parent, I think you should be, and you have every right to be, aware of what's going on. You are responsible for them. They're not adults yet. They're not there yet. Mentally, physically, they're not ready for the real world yet. That's where we come in, right?
Yep.
So, but teenagers are increasingly turning to AI companions for friendship, support, and even romance. Kind of back to what you were talking about in a way, but except these guys are not like Chris, older and married, things like that. Right. These are kids.
Yeah.
Teenagers, sure, but they're still kids. But these apps could be changing how young people connect to others, both online and offline in the public. And some of the AI companion apps, such as Character.ai or Replica.ai, just to name a couple. You know, there's others, but that's just part of the article. But these apps let users create digital friends or create romantic partners that they can chat with anytime using text, voice, or video. So I was kind of curious about this. I participated for a very short, little bit, just to see what it would do, just to see, how it would compare to interacting with an actual human being, because if it's going to replace that experience, then it needs to replace that experience, right? I noticed several different roadblocks, several different things, like, for example, how, like, as in a relationship or even a friendship, like every once in a while you'll check in and say, hey, how you doing? Or, if it's a romantic one, hey, how's your day going? You check in a little bit more frequent kind of thing a lot of times. And I noticed with, and I don't know what version of ChatGPT or Grok or whatever it was using in the background. I have no idea. Don't really care. But one of the questions that I asked it, and there's several different names and several different personalities, if you will, that you can choose from. And I tried several, just why not, right? And I asked it a very basic question, and it was like, it really drew the line of, okay, yeah, this is definitely fake. Because one of the things that I asked it was, hey, can you reach out to me throughout the day to see how things are going? Just to see if it could. Sorry, I can't initiate a conversation, but I can respond with anything you ask me, basically is what it said. And I'm like, never mind. Because I'm like, they could very easily program that in. Just a basic basic question with notifications enabled, send it to your phone as a text message through that app or whatever, saying, hey, how's things going? Have it remember maybe what you do for a living or your schedule or, basic stuff that, it should be able to do. But it's like, no, we can't initiate anything. Okay, well, that's kind of a deal breaker. That really, I won't say deal breaker, but that really was like, yeah, this ain't real.
Yeah.
Like a real human be like, yeah, sure, I'll check on you.
Well, it would never,
or whatever.
It would never, I could see the benefit of that, especially if kids are using this, because it would be constantly 24 hours a day. It
would be.
You wouldn't be able to stop it. But I see where you're going, a real live person is going to check on you instead of you checking on them all the time.
Right. It should be a two-way.
Yeah.
Should be, But this study, they surveyed over 1,000 U.S. teens between 13 and 17 and found...
that's a lost hope right there anyway. Sorry.
Found 1 in 5 teens spent as much or more time with their AI companion than they did with real friends.
I can believe it.
It sounds about right. And actually, 1 in 5 seems a little low to me. But I don't know. Maybe that's just more localized. But I feel like that's kind of across the board as far as, across the country at least.
Yeah.
But one of the concerning things is, to me, is, with adolescence, it's an important phase for social development, which we already knew that. But during this time, the brain regions that support social reasoning, can very deeply be affected, and that can carry over into adulthood and possibly the rest of their life.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, I've heard it said, about, oh, you shouldn't give your kid a phone, or if you do, you're giving your kid access to the world. Okay. No. If you're not careful, you're giving the world access to your kid.
Yeah, to them.
To them. And there's plenty of safeguard things, as parents that we have access to, that we can do, and to channel that in a safe way.
Yeah.
And if you're not doing that, highly suggest you look into that for your kid's sake.
Get with it.
Yeah, definitely.
I remember when our daughter started talking about wanting a phone, which was a very, very long time ago. Let's see. She's had a phone now for 2 to 3 years, I'd say. Maybe not. But I told her, I said, I'm going to get you a jitterbug. Do you remember the jitterbug? Had 3 buttons on it.
Yep.
And it was call home. And I told her, I said, every one of them was going to be call home. Said, you ain't texting, you ain't talking to nobody. But she was like, but I need a phone. And I'm like, okay, well, tell me why you need a phone.
Like, let's hear the case. Why?
Yeah. And she's like, so I can talk to my friends. You talk to them at school. And she was like, well, when I go somewhere, when do you go anywhere without me or your mom or your dad?
Right.
You don't. So I was like, you don't need a phone.
Want.
Yes, want and need. Exactly.
2 different things.
Oh, yeah.
And that's always a fun conversation when it comes to kids or teenagers. No. You want it. You don't need it.
Yeah.
2 different things. But the thing about it is basically kind of what I was saying, by interacting with friends and peers and people that they're around at school or whatever, peers, friends, their first romantic partners, teens develop social cognitive skills that help them handle conflict and diverse perspectives. And their development during this phase can have a lasting consequence for their future relationships and mental health. And there again, kind of tying back in, what persuasive side are they getting exposed to with this AI stuff?
Speaking of phones,
yeah.
Did you see the article? It wasn't an article, it was a Facebook post from our high school that said that
no phones or whatever?
All phones will be turned off or something during the day, or was it just turned off, or you couldn't bring one? Or like it had to be left in your car, or
I didn't actually see that post.
You talk about making a lot of people mad.
Oh yeah.
And it's parents. Well, what if my kid needs to call me? You raise your hand and ask to go to the office and use the phone there. I don't know, like I had to when I was in school.
Guess what? It worked.
Yeah, I was able to get hold of people. We even had a payphone out there.
Was it a cafeteria? There was one in the cafeteria. Yeah. Cafeteria. I was talking to.
Hang on. The person that was complaining the most doesn't even have a kid that goes to high school.
That figures.
And I'm like, why are
you in this conversation?
I know her.
Yeah. Like, why are you in this conversation?
You don't even have a kid that old. What does it matter to you if they can't take a phone to school?
Right. Why?
Yeah. Whatever.
Do I know this person too?
I doubt it.
Okay. I was going to say.
She's my age. Her and her husband both are my age.
Oh, okay. Because this one's husband, I think they're married, but I don't know. He's my age, and she's older.
They're
both the same.
They're both 1 year behind me.
Okay.
Great people,
right?
But I just couldn't figure out why she was complaining and doesn't have a child that old.
Right. Yeah. So the policy: phones must be turned off during the school day. While students are permitted to have cell phones and electronic devices, they must remain powered off and stored in backpacks during the entire day, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. This includes all instructional periods, class changes, and restroom breaks. I'm assuming lunchtime as well, because that's with 8 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Yeah.
But
when one of them was like, well, what if there's an active shooter and my kid needs to call 911? Well, the 911 dispatch center is going to be flooded with 911 calls.
Yeah.
You probably won't even get through.
Yep.
Just let adults handle that.
Well, just like a few months ago when that happened.
Yeah.
The threat. Or
yeah.
Amazing response, by the way, for everybody out there. But
yeah, they did good.
But but there's I'm not gonna say who, but I was talking to one of the students. They're like, well, I'll just bring my iPad. That's what I'm doing. Just bringing my iPad. Like, okay. It's not probably going to work for too long, but...
No, that'll get shut down.
Because it's not a Chromebook.
Yeah.
I can't stand them things. But anyway, piece of junk. Did you know they're $500 now to replace for the newer ones that they're giving out? The older ones were like $250, something like that, for a total replacement, like catastrophic failure.
Yeah.
But now they're like $500, and I'm like, for what?
Yeah, I know.
It's a computer that runs a web browser. Why?
Couldn't tell you.
I have strong feelings about
obviously.
Chromebooks.
I can tell.
I'm good.
You seem a little rare towards them.
I am, but I'm good now. Had to get that out.
It's always good to get stuff off your chest.
Yep.
I'm gonna go back to. I need to correct myself.
Yeah, that.
It was episode 8. It was
First part.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where I talked about the asteroid 2017 PDC. I don't know what I looked my information up on, but it was nowhere near close to being correct, accurate, anything.
Okay.
So
what happened?
I don't know. I guess I clicked on the wrong things to get my information.
Okay.
So I was wrong. I'm going to correct myself. So the 2017 Planetary Defense Conference, PDC.
Okay. Yep. There it is.
Created a hypothetical asteroid strike scenario. They created it.
A simulation.
NASA. Right. A simulation to hit Tokyo, Japan.
Okay.
No. The exercise was...
Don't get it wrong now?
No, I misread it.
Okay.
The exercise... No, it was a hypothetical asteroid impact scenario exercise held in Tokyo, Japan.
The conference.
The conference... No,
or it was to strike
Tokyo, Japan.
Gotcha. Okay.
And explore potential strategies for planetary defense. That's so they created 2017 PDC asteroid at the conference.
Okay.
And started running scenarios. All right. So there was no real asteroid. But then that makes me think, and you'll be able to chime in on this.
Okay.
Would the planetary defense folk, NASA, do you think they would actually warn us if one was coming? Because that would just create...
No, they wouldn't.
Mass hysteria.
They wouldn't.
I don't think so either.
No.
I think they would just let it hit us and not say anything. I mean, obviously when it's, you can look up and see this thing coming at you.
Like, oh, crap.
Obviously they're going to start saying, well, yeah, we've been tracking this for like 5 years. But there's nothing we can do about it.
Well, it's kind of like watching a nuke or whatever going off, and you see the radiation cloud, the fire and everything. Mm-hmm. You're just standing on the beach holding somebody. It's like, and you're done.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
kind of.
I don't think they would.
No, they wouldn't. Because we saw what happens whenever they say that gas is low or food is whatever.
Could you imagine if they announced that an asteroid was going to hit us on a certain date in 5 years? There would be no milk and bread anywhere.
Starting today.
Yeah. Be no gas. Like, what are you going to do?
It's like 5 years out.
What are you going to do with it?
Yeah. What is that going to do?
Yeah.
Are you going to drink it?
I guess.
I mean, hey, whatever. But, well, it's kind of like, I don't think they would say anything. Also, kind of like there is, what is it, the food supply in the U.S., if it were to end today or whatever, like it would cease to, import, export, all that stuff would stop. The food supply at normal consumption rate, what is it, 3 days or something that this country would be able to have, and that's it?
Like in a person's household?
No, just food in the country.
Oh,
it would be
like
gone.
Eligible to buy.
To buy, yeah, probably, because people have
like what's in grocery stores.
Pretty much, yeah. Because what people already own, because a lot of people are preppers, and they have months and stuff like that. Sean Ryan has his own food prepper thing, which is really cool. Almost bought it, still might, but where it'll last for several months. But yeah, I guess basically what is eligible to be bought right now.
Yeah, 3 days.
3 days, that's it.
Well, if they announced anything, it would be
gone in a day.
It'd be gone in an hour.
Yeah,
people would run on the grocery stores.
And we saw what they did during, in the localized event with the hurricane, how people just went nuts. Some of them did. And that was just like things were like an outage of 2 weeks, 3 weeks, stuff like that. But and they trashed places, to get whether it was Walmarts or stores or whatever.
Yeah.
And that was a localized event. A worldwide affected event.
Yeah.
Holy cow, dude. I mean, it'd be like real life purge type stuff, people lose their lives and people just go bananas.
So
couldn't handle
speaking of an asteroid impact on Earth.
Yeah.
I found a very, very interesting video on YouTube about the country Sweden.
Sweden. Okay.
They have roughly 380,000 bunkers in their country.
380,000.
They even have community bunkers.
I was going to say, is that enough for everybody?
Yes. You are assigned a spot at birth.
Whoa.
Yeah. And a man,
that's cool.
Oddly enough, a lot of them were built for because of World War II.
Are they still operational then? Can you still go to some of them?
Yes. Okay. Most of them now are privately owned.
People's bought them out.
Yeah. So oddly enough, they were built because of World War II.
Okay.
A German man owns the largest one in Sweden.
Nice.
It can house 600,000 troops.
Troops.
Yes.
Not people, troops.
Troops. Which is a person. So 600,000 people. It's an entire mountain.
Oh. I don't know why I was thinking troops is a
you
collective
go
group.
in at the bottom
and
it goes up. It's an entire mountain. Has been hollowed out.
Holy moly.
And reinforced. It's nuclear, chemical, biological, and whatever else proof. It has the engines
hard to comprehend
run the place. They look like train engines.
Big diesel engines.
They're huge. And it has like the communal one, like the lady that was taking these people on this tour of the communal. Now the communal one is nothing like the privately owned one that the dude from Germany
The
has.
big one.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it has 200 air filters in it that filter out nuclear, biological, chemical.
To keep oxygen supply in the bunker or in the.
But you are assigned a spot at birth.
Every citizen has one.
Every citizen
has a spot.
A citizen of Sweden has a spot.
How long can you survive in those? What's the
dude that owns the biggest one says he could be down there for 6 years and never go out and everything would be fine.
Holy cow.
Now he didn't come out and say this, but he kind of leaned on it a little bit.
Yeah.
You can buy a spot in his.
You don't have to be a citizen.
Yeah. He's like, I'm willing to help anybody. He's like, but that's kind of what he did. He's like, but you're going to have to pay.
It's going to cost you.
Yeah, it's going to cost you.
Yeah.
So And what was crazy was like he referenced Noah's Ark, and because he was kind of like, don't come knocking on my door
when
it's happening. He's like, you got to prepare before.
Yeah.
And
get it in assigned now.
Yes. Yeah.
Act now before it's too late.
Yeah. But yeah, he owns the large. It's literally, they like had a drone.
Yeah.
And they just started going up, and it's an entire mountain. I mean, it even has like artillery weaponry sticking out of it in places. Yeah.
It has a whole defense system.
Yeah. Well, it was ran by
that's
the
true.
Sweden military.
Yeah.
The Sweden military had it, and then they abandoned it when everything ended. And he said he bought it like a year ago, 2 years ago.
How much did he pay for it?
He didn't say.
Ah, man, that would be interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder how much it costs to build. How much does it cost to hollow out a mountain with a defense system?
Yeah. Well, see, the crazy thing is,
gravel for everybody.
They're like everywhere. They're everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
He, like when they were going to a place, they had a local person with them, and they said that they're designed to look like houses. It looks like a house on top.
On the entrance.
Yeah. I mean, and you go in and it looks like a house, but you go through a trap door and you just keep going. And
that's amazing.
Yeah.
It's built on a functional house.
Yeah. Like the person.
A functional house is built on top of it.
Yeah. Like people live in the house.
Yeah.
But they also have access.
And it's a public or communal access.
Well, the communal one is not. You just pull up to it, you park.
Oh, the privately owned ones are.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. And there's one that looks like, there's literally one that looks like it's a barn that the roof is falling in on. But when you open the door,
it's very functional. It's very stable inside.
Yeah. It looks like a rundown barn.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's disguised as a rundown barn.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how many people are in Sweden?
Mm-hmm.
As of 24, the census is 10.5 million. That's a lot of bunker.
There's
safe house spaces.
380,000 bunkers. Now, that's not just like the ones that are underneath the house hold 4. They hold a lot more than that.
Right.
So, but the lady that was talking about the communal one, the one that she was showing.
Is that the ones where they would go at assigned at birth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not to a privately owned one now.
She's like, this is where I would go. This is what she told the guys. She's like, this is where I would go if something
interviewers.
happened. She goes, I have a spot here in this one. And he was like, when did you get it? And she was like, at birth, when I was born. I forgot how many it said it could hold, the communal one. I think it was like 200. I don't remember.
Yeah, Cold War developed. World War II, Cold War.
There's 64,000 communal bunkers in Sweden.
That's so cool. I've never heard of this.
Capable of accommodating 7 million people. Just the communal ones.
Plus the additional 3.5 million, whatever, privately owned probably. And
that would take people in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's wild.
No kidding. And what's crazy about it
I don't have one of those.
The country of Sweden did all this.
Yeah.
They're
the government of Sweden.
They had money set aside in their budget to build bunkers.
For their citizens to keep them safe.
They'll be the only country that makes it.
Pretty much.
How smart is that?
It's genius.
Yeah.
That's for the people.
Yeah. Even
a for the people move.
Yeah.
Right there.
It's a for the people move, even though their government doesn't do that.
Well, yeah.
But I think what type of government does Sweden have? It's not communist. It's socialist. Don't they have a socialist government?
Parliamentary democracy and constitutional monarchy. What? They have a king. Head of state. But most of the political power resides with the parliament. Prime Minister. The Prime Minister leads the government. Constitutional monarchy. I'm a little confused by that.
Okay. It says Sweden is not a socialist country. It is often described as a welfare capitalist nation. I don't even know what that means. What does that mean? How can you be on welfare and have capital? Meaning that the market-based economy with a strong social safety net and significant government involvement, which is socialism, in areas like healthcare, education, and social welfare.
Mm-hmm.
That's a socialist country.
Like to us and our definition.
To
our definition of it, that's what it seems to be.
Socialism. While Sweden did not experiment with socialist policies in the 70s, 80s, it was later reversed course due to economic challenges. Yeah, they may not see themselves as that, but us as Americans.
That's what our definition
when the government
seems to be.
Runs healthcare, education, and everything else. That's a socialism. That's socialism. Cool. Yeah, but everybody in Sweden has a bunker. Or a place in a bunker.
That's nice.
Not a bunker, but in a bunker.
Mm-hmm. Well, the private one, or the German guy, you said that they would last 6 years. And this was 600,000?
He could, well,
or how many?
He didn't say it that was at capacity.
Oh.
It was like he could last for 6 years. If it was just him and his family and things like that.
Gotcha. But everybody else probably.
It would be like a year.
Maybe. Mm-hmm.
But, I mean,
that's still a long time.
There's rooms. And when I say rooms, I mean, it's like you see, like you walk in through a big door and he flips on a switch and it's like, doom, 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 doom. The
like
lights,
in the movies.
Yes. And the lights just like
just keep going. Oh,
and
dude.
That's his food storage. Yeah. It's unreal.
Wow.
Yeah. It even has a prison in it.
Like a whole city, basically a whole.
Yeah.
What? Where was this at that you saw this?
YouTube.
I was on YouTube. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we can link that video or something. Down there. If we can find it.
If I can find it again, I could probably go to. Will it show on watched if you don't watch all of it?
Mm-hmm. I've noticed now it actually shows watched if you just hover over it and let it play.
Really?
It shows the watch history of that, which is interesting.
Let me see if I can find it.
That it's mixed in there. But that's sometimes what I'll do if I want to find a video for later. Instead of liking it or whatever, I would just literally click on it, let it play for a couple seconds, and go back out of it. And it'll be in my watch history so I can find it later. That's fascinating. That
oh, no wonder. I'm like, this is nothing I've ever watched. I'm under the wrong account.
Switch account.
Yeah, I was like, this is not. I've never watched this.
That's amazing that the government, regardless of what they do now or not do or whatever, at least they did that.
Yeah.
If something were to happen, they had a place to go. Now, question though is, I'm assuming it is closed off unless the government says open them up. Is that how that works?
I think there's people that will,
or is it citizen run or assigned managers of it or something?
There's like, I think how the man that owned the big one and the lady that has a spot in the communal one, I think they're like hired through the government to like go in and make sure the generators work. Make sure it's just like running
kind of maintenance of it.
On a town. Basically.
Make sure it's ready to go at any time.
Make sure the ovens come on to cook food. You know, make sure the water's working, things like that. Here, I found it. I don't really know. Let me see if I can share it.
Well, it's kind of like Bugatti, charging you $21,000 for an oil change, because it takes 24 or 48 hours or whatever for them to do it. But it's basically they check other things too while you have it serviced, and it's in case for any time you want to ever go 304 miles an hour, it's ready to go. So basically, I guess it's kind of the same way of just making sure that any given point that it's ready to be moved into, more long-term-ish.
Yeah.
At any given moment, because things can go south very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, oh, so-and-so pressed a red button, and it wasn't a Diet Coke button, or it wasn't an ice cream button, or whatever. Like that happens in the part of the White House, but on the desk.
Hang on. I'm going to go ahead and send this to you now.
Okay.
Because I found it.
Okay. Was there more on that topic that you had?
No. It was just that I, like I said at the beginning of it, I have no idea where I got my information from on the episode 8 part 1 part.
Okay.
But I was way off. But then that post, I sent it to you.
Oh, okay.
But then that made me think of, would they warn us? Actually, in real life, and I don't think they would, just due to the mass chaos.
Not here, because there's nowhere for us to go.
Yeah.
Sweden, they might warn them. I don't know if that would survive that though. An asteroid. That's different.
Could be.
Well, I don't know. It wouldn't be much different than a nuke.
Depends on where it hits. Well, it'd be a lot different, I think, than a nuke. You have something actually impacting the Earth
versus just surface level blowing up.
Yeah. Because a nuclear bomb explodes like a mile above.
That's right. It does. It doesn't actually impact the Earth.
It doesn't impact.
And comparatively, it's a very small surface area. Or, well, even if it did, hypothetically, let's say that it did, and it's a very small surface area that it would just hit, and it wouldn't really do anything. Now it's where it blows up a mile above the Earth. But you've got something that's several hundred feet, if not larger, in mass, heading at a quick rate of speed towards the Earth, hits the surface. Yeah, that's going to shift quite a bit of stuff. Especially if it's near like an ocean or waterway, stuff like that too. That'll carry tsunamis out and all kinds of atmospheric impacts.
I think if it hit on the other side of the Earth, they'd be fine. I think if it like hit Europe, I don't really think it would matter.
Not on the other side of the planet, I don't think it would.
Right.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, if it hit on the other side of the Earth,
I
think they would be okay. But if a huge one impacted Europe, like London or anywhere, like even that far south of Sweden, I still think just the shockwave of it, the earthquakes,
like earthquakes
that would
from
come out of it, and I don't know.
Probably feel it.
I mean, it is all reinforced concrete, feet thick, but who knows? It is also, but it's also World War II reinforced concrete that is feet thick
versus concrete today.
Yeah. What you got?
What do I got? So, have you ever seen the movie Transcendence?
No, but I've heard of it.
Came out about 11 years ago, 2014. So it's got Johnny Depp in it, just for description's sake. He plays a doctor in there, and as a scientist, that he has his consciousness uploaded to a computer.
Is this the life story of Elon Musk?
No.
Oh.
In the movie, so something happens to him, and it was caused by anti-technology extremists. But basically, I don't want to give too many details away, even though it's 11 years old. But the movie explores the concept of uploading.
I was just going to watch that tonight. Way to go.
I didn't tell you what happened to him.
Still.
Okay. Sorry.
I'm not watching it now.
Sorry. I'm not leaving that in there.
Please.
All right. Please. The movie explores the concept of uploading a human mind to a supercomputer and the potential consequences of such an action. Well, it's happened. Kind of. So there's this doctor. His name is Dr. Carl. Dr. Carl, he built a chatbot version of himself.
Nice.
To argue with climate deniers on TikTok.
Climate change deniers?
I think so.
So he believes in climate change? Well, yeah, I guess if you're a climate change denier, you don't believe in climate change. Okay, go ahead. Sorry. I answered my own question.
So he's an Australian scientist communicator. Dr. Carl Krusenilicki?
Yep. I've heard of him.
Okay, good. Because I don't think I have.
He's ear, nose, and throat.
Dr. Carl Krusenilicki.
Yep.
That sounds a little bit better. Sounds like I'm trying to pronounce what's his fame from Transformers. The first movie. Witwicky. He invested $20,000 to build a digital Dr. Carl and an AI trained on decades of his research. I think it was like 40,000 PDFs of his research is what he uploaded to it. It chats with skeptics using data, quotes, and humor for 100 days is what he put it out there for. So, would you trust a friendly AI science expert more than a rushed TV interview? And what I mean by a rushed TV interview is, where they're like, especially if it's live, it's like very limited on what they can discuss and get into and stuff like that.
Me just being who I am, I'd want to hear it from the person.
Right. Not a AI. Even though he
created it and uploaded all the stuff, people can still mess with that. So I'd rather hear it from the actual person.
Okay. He's now 77 years old. He's been in this for more than 40 years. And he's like, I can't be everywhere at once. So he's like, I'll give it a shot and see what happens. Because he questions, people reach out through social media and try to ask him stuff. And he said sometimes I get 300 requests a day on Twitter or X to answer an involved question about climate change. And he said, like, even there, he's like, doesn't really, particularly on X, he says he would often engage with users who don't believe the climate crisis is real or urgent. And he's like, I can't answer all the questions by myself, and people want questions answered. The only way I can do this is develop a digital AI or use AI to do this. He was trained on 40,000 PDFs that I've gathered over the last 40 years of data and information. But basically, he put it to the test. And he just wanted to see how it would do.
Right.
And it would like be in his voice, stuff like that. It would be as if it was him. It wouldn't just be ChatGPT responding or Grok or whatever, just in text form. But if this would work, do you think it could start a trend of AI clones of educators, journalists, leaders, whatever?
Yeah, 100%.
And do you think people would buy that more, just having a...
Sorry, y'all. Go ahead, keep going.
It's okay, I'll wait.
Oh my gosh. It's still not doing what I want it to do, but it's fine. Sorry.
It's fine.
It's fine. I'll just leave well enough alone. Yes, I do think that you asked if it would cause an issue. Did you ask if it would cause an issue?
Yeah, so...
I think it would eventually.
Well, okay. Well, that's a kind of a second question. Do you think it would start a trend of other people following his example and doing that?
Yeah. Because it's like he said, I can't be everywhere at one time.
Exactly.
But
then kind of leading back into it, you can see other people doing this. And I see this all the time with quotes or whatever, with some actor, some famous person's picture on it. And people are like, they didn't say that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm getting tired of this.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, if they didn't really say it, why are they putting them on there? But it's whoever's trending at the moment, a lot of them, for example, Morgan Freeman, Denzel Washington, or whoever, and like, they didn't say that. Yeah. But, and then, I feel like that could be an issue, but and you kind of already answered this question that I had down here. But, kind of, because you've already kind of answered it, but if you want to add to it, you can. And then also, just for people watching this, who would you trust more to explain, in this case, climate change? A friendly AI in your pocket or a stuttering take on TV? And by stuttering, is like one of those interviews where the expert is racing the clock and gets cut off midpoint, maybe by the anchor or whoever's doing the interview, or they ran out of time or whatever. And kind of like what we've already said, they couldn't get into it very much.
Oh, sorry, I'm thinking.
Okay.
I still would rather hear a person.
Because like, who's pulling those strings? Who's controlling it?
Who's telling me through AI what
you might have someone's face or their voice or whatever, but is it really them?
Yeah. Do you believe in climate change? Put you on the spot. Okay, I'll help you out. Okay, I was going to say I don't either. I was going to help you out because you look like, oh my god.
The underside of the bus looks nice.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
I don't either.
I think the climate goes through cycles of stuff.
I do. The Earth goes through heating and cooling cycles.
Yes.
The science has proven that so many times over and over again.
It's time for science.
Whether you want to call it global warming, but we never hear about global cooling.
Fair enough.
But I saw one thing, and I really wish I could remember where I saw this. Everybody's like, especially, we were all supposed to be underwater by now anyway, according to Al Gore and all them. It was like 2020 or something like that. It was going to be Waterworld, and Kevin Costner was going to run the place for us. But, a guy had a glass of water.
Okay.
And he filled it with ice.
Mm-hmm.
And he filled water all the way to the top and left it. Didn't drink it. Didn't do anything to it. He left it.
Okay.
You know where I'm going. I see wheels turning.
Yeah, some smoke flying around too.
Yeah. But
okay.
He left it and videoed it.
Yeah.
The ice melts, but no water runs out. He said that's what would happen if all the ice melted that are as on the North Pole and South Pole.
It would just stay the same.
We're not going to get overran. Mm-mm. Now, I don't understand that. I don't understand.
It's like volume and mass and stuff.
Well, you're losing your mass you're losing your solid state
to a liquid. Yeah.
With liquid already to the brim. You would think in my simple little mind that as the ice melts, it would run over the edge of the cup.
Here's one that I've done on accident. I didn't realize I was doing an experiment, but
you drank a 2 liter in a day?
Twice. No. So, for example, you take like a thing of water or whatever to work, right? There's ice in there. How much ice? Like a lot?
Like half.
Half, okay. And it's filled up with water, right? If you don't drink it, set it for a couple days, let it all melt.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't like pressurize and water goes everywhere. It's still there. It's the same amount.
Same amount. How? See, to me, I have a very simple mind. That makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me that you fill up whatever with ice, fill water up to the brim, let it melt, let the ice melt, and water doesn't overflow.
It's Disney magic, Goofy.
I guess. But it's very convenient you called me Goofy. That's but to me that makes no sense. Like I said, in my little simple mind,
you would think it would overflow.
It would overflow, but it doesn't.
Mm-mm.
It stays right there at the very top. And that's what that scientist said would happen if all the ice did melt. And he goes, we wouldn't be...
Sea levels wouldn't rise.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. It would stay the same.
Yeah. Now, who knows if he's right or wrong? I don't know, because we still have ice. So I don't know. Only one way to find out.
Let's go grab the torches.
Let's go. Torches.
Very interesting.
Yeah. All right. Going from global warming to dinosaurs.
Ooh.
Actually, just one species of dinosaurs. You said something.
Oh, no.
Like 2.5 weeks ago.
Oh, you're going there. You're going here. Okay.
Did you know that? Hang on, before I get into this, it's about pterodactyls.
Okay.
Did you know that? This is going to show how stupid I am. Get ready. Did you know that pterodactyl starts with a P?
Pterodactyls?
Pterodactyls. Like just try to type in pterodactyl.
How you think it's?
Terodactyl.
It's like not giving me any suggestions now.
Really?
Pterodactyl.
See, because that's how
I mean, there it is now.
Because that's how I had it. I was like, Yeah. Pterodactyl.
Pterodactyl.
It's a silent P. Well, anyway, you said... Oh, man.
Can't see that now.
Yeah, you can't see that.
Well.
It was just a floating phone. It's fine. You said that...
I'll screenshot it.
That pterodactyls were the size of turkeys.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? No? And...
Jurassic Park says otherwise.
But I didn't know, so wasn't there. But it was kind of like any other, I want to say, bird species.
Yeah.
They all come in different, sizes.
Flavors.
Yeah.
They all taste different.
They all taste different. Like the smallest pterodactyl was the size of a sparrow. Like it could fit in the palm of your hand.
Full grown.
Fully grown. Just a little old thing. The largest, however, had a wingspan of 39 feet.
That's a big bird.
And it stood as tall as a full-grown male giraffe.
I would crap myself and then fall over.
So that's anywhere from 18 to 22 feet tall.
Whoa. That's big.
So I'm going to go ahead and send you that picture before I forget.
Okay.
But could you imagine? I want you to look at this when you get it.
Okay. I'm going to put it up on the screen.
Could you imagine seeing something like that fly over top of you? with a 39-foot wingspan.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. How big that thing is.
I'm concerned about the beak.
No kidding, right?
It would impale you for days.
Yeah.
Goodness.
It hit you 5 minutes before the bird got there.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That is scary looking.
Just imagine.
How can that body support that head and neck and the beak?
I don't know.
That's nuts.
So just imagine a full-grown
Golly.
male giraffe with wings that are 39 feet.
Yeah, no thanks. That'd be terrifying.
No kidding. All right. That's all I got about pterodactyls.
A congresswoman claims UFOs aren't alien. They're from another dimension.
They've learned how to travel through dimensions.
Yes.
Through dimensions.
So a Florida congresswoman, this is on people.com.
Mm-hmm.
Florida congresswoman shares her Air Force UFO story and claims lawmakers have seen evidence of, quote, interdimensional beings. All right.
That look like us?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what she's saying? Or are they the little gray men, little green men? It's fine. Just keep going.
So the congresswoman, Anna Paulina Luna, told she was on Joe Rogan, or at least talked to him. I don't know if he had her on there or not. I don't know. Told Joe Rogan about a strange airspace incursion while she was serving in the Oregon Air National Guard that she believes was an unidentified aerial phenomenon. They call her a far-right Republican who's 36, recalled a strange airspace incursion that occurred during her time at the National Guard in Oregon. It was on a episode of Joe Rogan. It was number 2365. Whoops, go back. The Luna was working as an airfield manager at the Portland Air National Guard base when an unauthorized object entered the airspace. Luna tried to ask the pilots what they saw, but they refused. They're like, we can't really talk about it, and no one really wanted to address it, she said, adding that one pilot said they really couldn't identify whatever they saw in the sky. Mm-hmm. Rogan suggested that the incident could have been a foreign military plane or something classified, but Luna recalled how one of the pilots seemed kind of shaken by the experience, which is kind of wild, to shake a pilot like that. Thus, she concluded the incursion was a unidentified anomalous phenomenon, or a UAP, formerly known as UFOs. No one really wanted to address it, and so what I gathered that it was likely a UAP. So that was kind of my perspective, she says. Luna, who shares the Declassification of Federal Secrets Task Force in the House of Representatives, chairs that task force, has been advocating for the government transparency about UAPs since assuming her seat in 2023. Luna also alleged that lawmakers have been shown evidence of interdimensional beings. Without getting into classified conversations, there have been incidences where I believe, this is quoted, where credible people have reported that there have been movements outside of time and space. Based on the photos that I've seen, I'm confident that there's things out there that have not been created by mankind.
Wow. That's wild.
I can agree with that. Mankind didn't create everything. Actually, they didn't create much. I mean, really. I mean, they created a bunch of stuff using stuff that was already here. Kind of. No, that was stupid. Oh, no, we've been talking about AI so much, I decided to hallucinate for a second.
I see that.
I'm okay. But do we take her seriously on this, or is it just political UFO theater?
I mean,
Kind of hard to say, really.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to say. I mean, if you say no, you're calling her a liar.
Yeah.
And
based on what evidence, though?
Yeah.
How are you going to deny it? I mean, I don't know. Hearsay.
Yeah. I don't know.
So if it were true, then how do we even declassify phenomena that breaks physics? Because that opens a whole nother can of worms. Mm-hmm. Anti-gravity. I knew it. Do we buy the whole interdimensional thing, or we just shelf it as conspiracy?
I'd shelf it as conspiracy.
Yeah.
People can't. I mean, if it was true,
they're not going to publicly.
They're not going to publicly do it, and people definitely couldn't wrap their heads around it. I know I wouldn't be able to. Mm-hmm. So just be like, "Yep, that's a conspiracy theory." Yeah, we've heard that before.
Yeah.
You know, that type stuff. I'll start out by saying this happened like 7 years ago.
Okay.
And this is ridiculous.
Awesome.
So,
I'm all ears.
Zachary Stein, 23 years of old. 23 years of old. 23 years old.
No, you're hallucinating.
Good grief.
Is that related to
RL?
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Okay.
All right. Zachary Stein, 23 years old, saved a 5-year-old boy from drowning, and the parents of the boy brought charges against him.
For saving their son.
Yep. He was charged with reckless endangerment.
He was...
Hang on.
Okay.
And risk of injury to a minor.
For real.
For real, 100%. He was charged and got the
and convicted?
Nope. The
okay.
Let me see how I'm thinking back. The parents of the boy got absolutely obliterated in court. The judge just would not
wouldn't budge on.
Wouldn't hear none of it.
He saved your kid.
Yeah. And that's what he said in open court. He's like, if it wasn't for me, your child would not be here. But yeah, sure enough, they saw. And seeing I can speak to this a little bit more so than you can.
Okay.
With being in law enforcement. Yeah. Who's the stupid magistrate that went along with it?
That's a good question. To even let it get to court.
I mean.
Wow. Calling him out.
I would have been like, sorry, no, get out of here. Now, their defense was that he didn't react immediately. Like the kid was underwater like a minute to 2 minutes.
That was their grounds of reasonability.
Mm-hmm. But there's surveillance cameras all over this pool. He was
there should be.
He was the only lifeguard on duty at the time. He wasn't talking to anybody. He wasn't on a cell phone. He wasn't distracted by anything.
Okay.
He was just
scanning the pool.
Scanning the pool. And
well, when you've got it's probably packed.
There was a lot of people there.
If that's the case, I mean, you're gonna once you're an experienced lifeguard, you're gonna know, and this won't take long for it to happen. A few days probably of decent business, but like as you're scanning through, you'd be like, okay, that's normal motion, that's normal movement, that's normal. Hey, he's not moving much, but
even when
come back to them.
Like I mean, I'm not tooting my own horn here by any stretch of the imagination, but I saved a kid from drowning when I was a teenager up at the rec department in Marion. And now the lifeguard there, however, was distracted. He was talking to some girl.
Uh-oh.
And, but I just thought the kid was, I watched him jump off the diving board. But except he swam like a rock.
No.
And I was like,
You gonna do something about this?
I did a couple of looks, and
Oh my goodness.
And he was just down there frailing.
Oh, yeah.
So, I jumped in and got him and hauled him up and handed him out to people. And of course, his mama came over and fussed at me at first because she thought I was being mean to him. Until
she realized what was.
I was like, I just saved your child from drowning. You're welcome. I didn't say that, but but yeah, he wasn't distracted. He wasn't nothing. Their defense was it took him too long to notice, and the judge was like, dismissed. He's like, we ain't hearing this.
We're not hearing this. That's.
Yeah, you got to be. I was like, you got to be kidding me.
I would be very grateful.
Yeah, anybody would.
I could see if he was distracted.
Yeah,
you would have a better case.
Yeah, or if he was kicked back on a cell phone or anything
like that. Yeah, but no, not this.
I just realized I've ate more Nerd Gummy clusters than you have. So don't bring those anymore, please.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, it's your fault.
Okay. Weather this year, last year, has been pretty wild.
Oh, you said weather. I thought you said weather.
Weather.
Yeah, go ahead.
Weather has been pretty crazy the last year.
Okay.
Or so.
Cloud seeding.
That's where I'm getting. Because, especially after the Texas ones, the flooding in Texas.
There was a guy permitted to seed.
Yeah.
Over all of that. Did I send that to you?
No. I don't think so.
I'm sorry.
So that was a seeding.
Sunday Cool Podcast did a little spot on that.
Okay.
And he has permits
showing
that he has permission to do it. And then that happened. But he's not responsible for any of it.
I'm sure there was a clause in there.
It's a clause in the contract.
Thank goodness for him.
Yeah.
That clause.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, keep going. I want to hear.
When did they do that, by the way?
A week or so ago.
Okay. Yeah, this is no.
But yeah, that he put a clause in the contract that he's not responsible for any damages, anything. You take all the time you need. I'm sorry, I deflated your balloon. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I'm actually glad you did because people are like, "This is old news, dude." I'm glad they did something about it.
Well, they didn't do nothing to him.
Well, no. I'm glad they
brought it to light.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my last topic is you are the problem.
Oh,
I know. And what I mean by that, what I mean by that is parents. Parents are the problem. And where I'm going with this is, Tyler and I both worked in a school. We saw kids every day. I still see kids every day, Monday through Friday, and 2 here at my house. And children mimic what they see at home.
They do.
They mimic what they see at home. They behave as, unfortunately now, they behave as their parent instead of parents. And that's no dig at you by any stretch of the imagination. I would never do that, so please don't take that way. But most children these days come from a divorced family.
Right.
And they're doing the best that they can.
Right.
But a lot of times the behavior that's brought in is from whoever said person is dating, things like that, because, you never really, and one thing that I've noticed a lot, especially in the past 14 years of being a police officer, is that things move in and especially a dating relationship, so fast. It goes from barely knowing to somebody 1 week, and now we're living together on week 3. And all this kind of stuff, and you don't have a clue who that person is,
right?
And you have a small child.
Yeah, that's way too quick, and that's not safe.
Yeah, so
anybody can pretend for that short amount of time.
No kidding. And so, but and I've seen it so much in like the past 2 weeks. We're having, and I'm not going to name names by anything, but we have this one kid at our school that is just, I don't know what his deal is, but his mom is being his friend.
There's a lot of that these days.
And
you can't do that first.
You cannot do that. You have to be a parent first. However much it hurts to do it. I've told both of my kids this. I hate having to discipline them.
It hurts.
Yeah.
But it has to be done. That's what we're called to do.
Yes. We have to be parents. And, like when you tell a kid to do something and they're like, no. Or you give your kid options. A child should only have one option, and that's to do what you told them to do. In my opinion. And, stuff like that just drives me crazy. And then, you do all this, you have this going on at home, and then you send your child to school and expect the staff to raise your kid for you, to be that bad guy that you don't want to be. Yeah. But then you come to school and fuss at us, oh, you're singling my kid out. No.
It's because they're this or because they're that.
Right.
No.
They're misbehaving. And we can't act this way in school. We need to act this way.
Yeah. Teachers.
But then you always get he or she don't do that at home. Please.
You just don't notice it.
Yeah.
Oh, get off your phone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or whatever. Pay attention to your kid.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to complain about society? Pay attention to your kid. That's the future society.
No kidding.
And it's scary.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of what it's going to be if something doesn't change. But, when I was in the school and everything too, it was like, teachers only had 7.5, 8 hours, whatever, every day. But that's not to replace, or shouldn't be.
It's not there to replace parenting.
It's not. It's to come alongside already well-disciplined kids.
Right.
And teach them how to, do
whatever
school topics or whatever, depending on age. But yeah, it's not designed to replace parenting.
Yeah. And I see it so much. And
it's not the teacher's fault.
No.
It's the parents' fault.
But
as you said.
They get blamed for it.
I know. Because the parents don't want to take the blame.
Yeah.
Because,
it hurts my feelings.
Yeah. Too bad.
Be a better parent.
Yeah.
Be a real parent.
Yeah. I'll never forget. It was this happened last year. And it was one of the many times my mouth got in front of my brain. And we had it was the exact same situation that I explained, except it was a girl. She wouldn't get out of the car. And would sit outside the school till like 10:30 trying to get this child out of the car. I would have been beat 12 times by then.
More than that.
And then just booted out and left because, my parents had to go to work.
Right.
But but I'll never forget. I just so happened I was in the office when the parent called in and asked for me to come out and get. Mm-hmm. And I was like, and I said it, and that's when mouth got in front of brain. And I said this loud enough where the lady on the phone could hear it. I said, absolutely not. I said, I will not waste my time in going out there and get that child out of that car. And I was talking to our receptionist.
Yep.
And I said, tell that woman to be a parent, yank that kid out of that car, wear her out, and bring her in this school building. And dare her to misbehave after she leaves. I said, I'm not doing it. And our receptionist was like, he's busy.
It sounds like something that the receptionist would say.
I was like, yeah, I am not going to do that. But we're running into the same thing now. And our counselor is family to this person.
Oh no.
And the other morning, she's heading down there, and I was like, hey. I was like, where are you going? And she was like, I'm going to go down here and see what. I was like, nope. I said, we started safety patrol at our school now.
Good.
And I was like, I need an adult down on that end. I'm up here on this end. I need you down on that end. So I said, I don't care if they sit out here all day. I said, don't go down there. And she was like, okay. And then turned around and walked back. And
visually see it. That's funny.
And I was like, yeah. I said, no, don't
give in to this.
Don't waste your breath on this.
No, don't give in. Be firm.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how much they kick and scream. Be firm. Mm-hmm. Don't give in. Yeah. That's the problem.
Yep.
Letting the kids take over and be the parent.
They know that if they can get away with it once, they're going to continue to do it.
Exactly. Don't do it.
So be a parent, please.
Be stern.
Yes.
Okay. Computer's back up.
Oh, you're up. All right.
Yeah.
That was all I had about that.
Okay.
That was my rant for this episode.
Stinking Windows. Okay. So,
which is good because my computer's fixing to die.
Well, that worked out good. All right. Last one.
All right.
Okay. So this is I thought this was just kind of entertainment, really. Mm-hmm. But it's 5. Hello.
Did a camera move?
Yeah. I think it's fine. It didn't move much. Okay, here I am.
There we go.
Sorry. I'm front and center. All right.
My dog ran into the tripod.
It's all good. All right. So 5 wild predictions for wearable wellness technology.
Oh, okay.
For 2035. Or by 2035.
I was like, how'd you get this information?
Well, have you seen Back to the Future? Have you seen Marty?
I have.
Okay, good. Okay, so batteries that stay charged forever.
That'll never happen, but keep going.
I know. They will be artificially limited. Contact lenses that remember names. Working on something like they're working on the glasses part, and that's very close to reality.
What would it matter if contact lenses knew your name?
Basically, you would be able to see their name. Oh, that's so and so. Oh, ask them about it, and it would basically show your last conversation with them. Ask them about so and so. Ask them about this. And I'm like, that could if that was breached. Holy cow, dude, that would be so bad.
Yeah.
Number one, I'm not gonna allow that to listen in and watch everything I do.
Yeah.
That's just not okay.
Wow.
But and health sensors on everything imaginable. From your from your steering wheel to your underpants.
That would be a bad sensor. It'd go out quick. Bless its heart.
But
it would think I was dying. Sorry. Go ahead.
So in 2035, your Apple Watch Series 36 or whatever they're on at that point could have enough battery to last the lifetime of the wearable. I'm talking years rather than days, no charging required, even though Apple wants you to replace it every year, which every manufacturer wants you to do that anyway. It's not just Apple. Don't like wearing a watch? It's fine. All these holistic sensors may come in an assortment of new forms, including flexible and near invisible stick-on smart patches that look kind of like a Band-Aid, but stay put for weeks or even months. Which can be good, can be cool, if used in the right way. It's a tool, right? It could be good or bad with anything like this. At the speed in which health data can be processed and analyzed continues to improve, while physical sensors get tinier and tinier, keeping tabs on your vitals 10 years from now will likely be not a handheld by one piece of dedicated wearable tech, but an array of health sensing devices that you don't even need to think about. Like the steering wheel in your car. You can commute by your automobile, your contact lenses, even if you don't require corrective vision. Or even a waistband of your favorite underpants. And I also seen as far as, I thought this was pretty cool. This isn't, I don't think in this article, but for an example, as far as the underpants part go, for females when it's that time, it would analyze some of the discharge or whatever, and it would actually be able to say, hey, you might need to go get checked for this or
for X, Y, and Z.
Right. And I was like, that's actually kind of neat. And instead of, some might see that's kind of invasive. Yes, it could be.
I would assume it would be less evasive than an exam.
Also true. Yeah, very, very true. But what is neat too is that you'd be like, well, how's this going to be powered? Well, it could be powered off your body heat. It could, and with, again, this is 2035 or by 2035 with the way the rate of technology, this is all kind of hypothetical, but kind of stuff they're kind of working on. But it would be, the body heat and then your motion could be kind of like an alternator in a way for just comparable sake, of turning your body motion into a power source to power a device. For example, like, kind of like a, what is it? A pedometer or tracks your steps.
Oh yeah.
Like the motion of it, like say if it was on your ankle or in your shoe, it could cause, be a power source or whatever. So, but health monitoring sensors would be everywhere, basically, if they're that small, that invasive or whatever. And it could be all, be done at home throughout your workday, whatever. And the idea, the goal is basically the earlier detection of something. Right. Obviously, the better it would be. Chronic diseases, everyday ailments, whatever. Be like, hey, I think you're getting sick. Or as you scriptly.
As I cough.
It's part of the
You're
script.
welcome.
It's part of the script.
Right on cue.
Right on cue. But, stuff like that. And I think at the rate that AI is going and the rate that technology is going, that's kind of realistic, I think.
Yeah.
If we don't slow down or level out, which I don't think we're going to.
Yeah, I don't think
I don't think investors and people like that throwing money at these isn't going to let that happen.
I don't think that would be allowed.
No. But it also has, if developed correctly, has the ability to seamlessly integrate in your life and the goal is to make it somewhat easier. Actually come alongside. Yeah. Instead of having to call out to them first, hey, do this, hey, do that. Right. We still have today. And that's fine. It's leagues better than it used to be. Yeah. But, but it would be more like an assistant, kind of like Jarvis or whatever, in whatever movies. But yeah, I thought that was.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah. So, good old Tom's Guide is where that came from.
Oh, okay. Well, I think that's it, isn't it?
That's all I've got.
That's all I've got, too. Oh, my gosh. I need one of those devices.
It seems you are developing
Something.
something.
That's what it would tell me. It would just be like, something's wrong with you. Oh, trust me, I know.
Reaching out to Dr. Google. Please stand by. No! Dr. Google will say, you're dying.
that. Yeah.
It's always like the worst thing.
Yeah, I know.
It's just the cold.
It's like,
no, it's not.
It's like self-diagnosing yourself on the internet.
Gosh. Yeah. Don't do that.
So, this was episode 9.
Yes.
We have one more in
season.
our season that we're going to do, and we're going to bring Joe Gurecki back on
Good old Joe.
from episode 2.
That you guys really seem to enjoy.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about his life story this time, obviously, but we're going to be talking about AI 2027. We all, the three of us, even though you don't know this, the three of us have different opinions on this. He knows a little bit about this already, and it doesn't really bother him that much. So we'll have to let him explain that part.
Okay.
To me, it scares me a little bit, but but yeah, he'll be on for episode 10. And then I don't know. I mean, we're gonna do like a little break. I mean, I don't know how this works.
It'll be like a little break before we go into season 2.
I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Not a long one, I don't think, but
Right.
a few weeks maybe.
So like normal.
Okay. I feel attacked, man.
Well, it would be like a month.
Yeah, maybe a
Okay.
month or two. But we've got some pretty exciting plans that we're kind of holding off until then. And so yeah, we'll see how everything transpires. But
Yeah, we'll see.
looking forward to it.
All right. Thanks for tuning in. See you later.
See you guys.